Hitster is a musical party game for 2 to 10 people. First of all, you need the Hitster app. This can be downloaded for free. With the help of this app, the QR code on the playing cards is scanned, then a song is played. Now you have to try to guess the correct year in which the song was released. You can find out whether the answer is correct when you turn the card over. The game also contains tokens. First, you decide whether you want to play alone or in a team. The music cards can either be laid out as a stack or remain directly in the box, depending on how much space you have available. Each player or team receives 2 tokens and 1 music card each. Everyone places these face up in front of them with the top, i.e. with the date, facing up. This is where the timeline begins. A DJ is then appointed. He operates the Hitster app. First, the players decide on the level of difficulty. More details on the different difficulty levels will follow a little later in the video. In party mode, the original game version, you have to put songs in the right order within the timeline. If you also know the artist and title of the song, however, you increase your chances of winning. The DJ draws a music card and places it in the middle of the table with the QR code facing up. He then scans the QR code with the Hitster app and the song he is looking for is played.
Listen to me.
The player whose turn it is now tries to correctly classify the song on his own timeline. By year of release, either before, after, or between music cards that are already laid out. The music card can now be turned over. If the card is in the right position on his timeline, the player can keep it. Otherwise, the card must be discarded. Unless another player has placed their token correctly. More information about the tokens will follow shortly. And then the DJ plays a new song. Play continues clockwise until a player has placed 10 cards in the correct order in their own timeline in front of them. This player has won the game and is given the title Hitster. Now for the tokens, these can be used in 3 different ways. If it is your turn and you unfortunately don't know the song, you can pay 1 hit of the tokens and get a new music card. The token and the music card you didn't guess go back into the box. The tokens can also be used when it is another player's turn. If you think that another player has placed the music card in the wrong position on their timeline, call out Hitster before the card is revealed. Then you place your token on the other player's timeline at the point where you think the music card belongs. If several players call out Hitster, there are a few rules to follow. Whoever calls out first can also place their token first. And only 1 token can be placed per point. If a player already has 3 tokens, they can hand them all in at any time and receive a music card in return. They can then place these on their timeline without having to guess the release date. You don't just get tokens at the start of the game, you can also earn them. When it's your turn and you guess the correct title and the artist of the song, you get a token. However, a player can never have more than 5. In the professional version, in addition to the correct positioning on the timeline, you also have to know the name of the artist and the title. In addition, each player receives 5 tokens at the start of the game. A token that was used to steal music can even be kept. However, the title and artist name must be correct here too. In expert mode, the exact year of publication must also be determined. So not only the correct position in your own timeline, but also the exact year of publication. In expert mode, all players receive 3 tokens. This rule also applies if you use a token to steal a music card. If the theft was successful, you can keep the token. However, you cannot earn any new tokens in expert mode. Hitster can also be played wonderfully in a team. The team receives 5 tokens, and just like in the classic version, a card with the year visible facing up is placed in the middle of the table dash, but for everyone together clearly visible. This is the start of the timeline. The drawn card is now guessed together as a team. If the year was positioned correctly on the timeline, the music card remains. If not, it is put to one side. And you also lose a token. So you have to try to position 10 cards correctly on the timeline. And do this before you use up all the tokens. If you like this video, please leave a thumb up and feel free to subscribe this channel. Thank you for watching.